Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Great to be here on our Mindset and Motivation Monday Cabral Concept. Today we're going to be talking about 3 mindset tips to simplify your life. We're going to be able to help you reduce anxiety, calm those nerves in just 3 simple steps. And they really are. But the problem is that even though they're simple, they're not always top of mind. What we're going to do is make these more top of mind so that whenever you find yourself stressed, you're going to take a moment, you're going to take a step back, work through these 3 tips, and I'm telling you right now, you will find yourself more relaxed, more calm. It doesn't happen overnight, but by working the process does work. So first and foremost, the first thing that we need to do is we need to put first things first. So this is one of my, there are a few favorites when it comes to overall philosophies of life. And putting first things first is always what I go to, because I'll be working with a client, or maybe the client's myself, and I'll be thinking to myself, I've got to do this, and then this has to happen. And then in 3 months from now, what if this happens? And you're all over the place in terms of your thinking. And so what we need to do in order to just basically calm this mind, which is always trying to protect us, but at the same time it's trying to protect us, it's giving us a million things to worry about. So that's basically how it tries to help protect us, is saying you need to be worried and you need to be thinking about all these things all the time, even if they're not realistic as to the likelihood that they're ever going to happen. Or if they are, it's 6 months before we need to deal with that. So putting first things first is understanding that you can't worry about everything. Everything has its time and place. There's only so many things that you can work on. And for what our purpose is in life is we need to say, what's here, what's now, okay? And then we need to work through our process. So for a lot of people, it's saying, okay, in my life, I need to look at my overall spirituality, my relationship with God, with this world. I need to look at my relationships with my family and extended family. Then I need to be looking at my career, especially if you're like the sole earner or so in your family, which allows you to live your life, right? We live in a society that's capitalistic, and we don't have options essentially if we don't have any finances. And again, that's just part of the world that we live in. So it's important to then understand that part to it. But we can't neglect our health at that same time, right? And so all of those things matter, but they don't matter equally all at the same time. So that's when it's going to, what season am I in right now, right? So for you, let's say your career is good. All right. Not a whole lot that you need to worry about there. Sure, you can always make it better, but that's not something to be having anxiety or worry about. So you can have a plan to make it better. We'll talk about that. But how are you spiritually? How are you with your relationship with God? Does that need to be worked on? Is that one of the reasons why you don't feel grounded? All right, that might be an area to work on right now in this season. But maybe that's good. But maybe you're groggy all the time. When you wake up, you've got brain fog. You never feel like you get going. It's time to work on your health, because it's difficult to have great relationships or strong spirituality or just a sustainable career if you don't have energy, if you can't think clearly. So it might be time to work on your health. But you need to know, and because remember, there's just not a million things to really put in these buckets. So it might be with kids. One of your kids is having a difficult time right now in school or with health or whatever it might be. Okay, that's the season you're in right now. That's legitimate. You need to go all in there. All right. So now though, let's not worry about all the house needs to be painted. Okay. Well, does the house need to be painted at this moment? No. Like, you're going to say, oh, this is what I'm working on right now. Let me revisit this. You'll put it in your schedule for, let's say, December 1st or March 15th. You'll literally just put it in your schedule, and then you'll say to your brain, no need to worry about it right now. We're going to revisit it. So I appreciate you. I talk to my brain all the time. I appreciate you bringing me all these things to be concerned about. They all matter, but they can't all matter right now. Let me put first things first. So discover what it is that you need to work on now. And then it's not that the other things don't matter. Put them in a journal, put them in your calendar, think about them 30 days from now. All right. The second of 3 is this. I love this one. It's by either Zig Ziglar or Jim Rohn. I love them both. So honestly, I can give credit to both of them because they're both phenomenal, just phenomenal mentors. I never actually met either one of them in person. It was kind of before my time of really getting into mindset and all that. But Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn are two amazing people to listen to their talks and their work. You can literally just go on YouTube. But also, I've given them a lot of credit for their books and audio back in the day. So you can check out those podcasts as well. But one of them said, don't major in minor things. I'm always using that myself in my life and in my practice. So I'm helping clients understand this, is that, we'll be talking about, let's say, an exercise routine. And they're saying to me, do you think I should be doing 12 reps or 15 reps? Do you think that I should add in 1 day a week of the 4x4x4 Norwegian protocol, which I'm going to be talking about on the podcast this week? And I say to them, you're not doing any exercise right now, because I have a good relationship with my clients. I like to joke around with them. I like to give them a hard time, but they know that I very much care for them. I really do. I care for them very deeply. So I'll say to them, you're doing nothing right now, and you're worried about 3 reps, 12 or 15 reps? The answer is you don't need to think about that at all, right? We're going to start with literally walking on a daily basis, 5 to 7 days a week of 7,500 to 10,000 steps. And if you get in a weight training workout, I don't want it to be to exhaustion. And you can start with anything you'd like because you're not doing anything right now. And it shouldn't be interval training because you haven't started any true just strength training yet. So I'll say to them, this is one of those moments. We don't want to major in minor things. I want you to work your body for 30 minutes most days a week. That's 5 days a week, right? Maybe 4, but I like to move it to 5. So what do we have? Well, do whatever you want for this first month for 30 minutes a day. Jump rope a little bit, some push-ups, some pull-ups. If you want a more centered program, I can give you that. Very inexpensive book, A Man's Guide to Muscle and Strength. It's for both men and women. Easy. Pick a workout. Start light. Don't overdo it. Do less sets than it even says. Go light. You're just starting out. Again, don't major in minor things. People are asking, should I take 2.5 grams or 3 grams of fish oil a day? Are you taking any right now? No? Okay. Take 2 grams. Don't overthink this. Get started with the healthy habits, right? Relationship wise, I don't know how to improve my relationships. Just get to talking. Allow the other person to speak. Don't interrupt them. Ask them how they're feeling. Say you really do care. You want to get better. You want to improve. You want the entire relationship to be better. Just listen. Right? Again, don't major in minor things. Minor things are the details. How often should I speak? How often should I interject? Just start simply. That's really it. That's what I love people to be doing. So the answer is should I be putting electrolytes in my water? Are you drinking any water right now, right? Are you getting 8 to 10 glasses of water or so per day? If you're not, don't worry too much about the special electrolyte of the day. Just drink some water, right? Get those things going, and then yes, we can fine tune. So first, put first things first. What do you need to work on? Need to work on your health? Okay. Whole food, sleep, hydration, great places to start, right? Moving your body, walking. Again, I talk about all of this in the rain barrel effect, literally all laid out in the de-stress protocol. What do you start with? At the end of each chapter is start with this. Choose one, make it easy. That's your action plan. Don't major in minor things. As you get better, honestly, the answers will move to you naturally. They really will. Because you'll be more invested. You'll work your way up. Things will get easier. Now you're ready for that next level. No problem at all. Number 3 is this. When the going gets tough, and it absolutely will, remember why you started. Okay? So you've narrowed down to what you need to do. Take care of your health, family members' health, improve your spirituality, work in your career, work in relationships, whatever it might be, right? Then you're going to go, big rocks. If you haven't checked out my podcast on big rocks theory, it's an oldie but a goodie, as they say. It is, because you need to look at that. That's important, right? You've got a massive container, right? You're given a couple boulders, smaller rocks, pebbles, sand. Where do you start, right? Where do you start? And that podcast goes all of that. You have to go over that. You want to go foundational first. What matters, right? Work on that. So here's the thing, though. We're all going to encounter obstacles. It's been like that from the beginning of time. It's not smooth sailing through life. I don't know if we'd want it to be. We would never appreciate the times when it is. We really wouldn't. So what I look at it as, it could always be worse. Like something happened to me the other day, me personally. Fortunately, I would always rather it happen to me than anyone else. Happened to me personally. And I'm like, instead of saying, that's awful, I can't believe that happened, I say, I'm so glad that that wasn't worse. Now, I don't know if that's the right way or wrong way to look at it. Maybe I could be like, why would the universe, God, let that happen to me, right? But I also said, right away, I thought about, thank you. That could have been so much worse, right? And luckily it wasn't. And so there's different ways of framing things. But how I look at it is this, is that the challenges will arise. Our goal is to reframe those challenges and obstacles, use them to learn, move through this learning experience as quickly as possible for you or a family member, and then get back to the good times. So we will hit ebbs and flows in life. We will hit those low points. Move on past those low points as quick as you can, right? And that's the thing, is like, it doesn't mean that it's just a day or a week or maybe even a month, but you're going to move through that challenging time, that season, as quickly as you can, with your eye on and fixated on the future that you do want. The health, the spirituality, the relationships, the career, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, that's what your mind is focused on. It's not focused on the moment that you're struggling. It's focused on the strategy and plan and daily actions to then move you to where you ultimately want to be. So by following these 3 mindset tips, you will greatly simplify your life and what you need to do that will help you to reduce anxiety and calm your nerves. So hopefully this was helpful. As always, do feel free to share the show with anyone you believe it could serve. And for all the previous podcasts on this topic, we'll link up a few here today. Head on over to stevencabral.com/3188. Take care, everybody. I'll talk with you tomorrow on the Cabral Concept. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything. Functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.